Welcome to Real Estate with Real Faces, where homes meet hometown heroes. We're your trio behind the transaction. I'm Claire Springer, a realtor.
I'm Ashley Four, a lender.
And I'm Lindsay Michael, a title rep, bringing you real conversations with real people in our community.
From local business owners to everyday neighbors, we're spotlighting the faces behind the places and the stories behind the sold signs.
So grab your coffee, pull up a chair, and let's talk life, business, and all things real estate with a personal twist. Welcome back to Real Estate with Real Faces. Today we're going to maybe get into controversial topics. We're going to be talking about how the impact of a digital world, meaning how do video games, phones, text messages, media, social media, all of the things, how do they help and how can they hinder? We were having a conversation, excuse me, we were having a conversation before we started this about cell phones, whether or not cell phones should be in schools and on students.
Because a new law, there's a new law that passed this year, for this school year. I was just reading about it. The principal of the high school, back to school crap, was talking about it, and they can't have it on in there has to be in their locker, not on, and they can't use it during passing period or lunch or anything.
Strictly before and after school.
Yes, and if you get caught with it, it can be taken. I mean, that happened before, but they can take it away if they see you doing it.
And see,
and you can get ISS.
Obviously, talking from the teacher's standpoint, I see positives and I see negatives. You know, me as a teacher, I get it. There's all different types of teachers. I was an attentive teacher. Mm-hmm. I was a teacher that, yes, I have my phone in my desk or on me, but I wasn't texting. I wasn't social media. Like, you see those teachers that are sitting at their desk with their phones. Like, I even witnessed it being a teacher, and I witnessed it when I was a student. Yeah. That's not the type of teacher I am. So I'm like, if something were to happen to my students, I would hope that the parents could trust me because they know that I'm going to take care of them. Right. But you can't always. I get that too. And also, it's hard because we didn't have all of that. And I was saying this before, growing up, it was go ride your bike. We'll see you before dinner, come home. And we would ride so far, way too far. I won't let my kids ride.
I would never. And my kids are teenagers.
I know.
I think about it and I'm like, oh my gosh. The one day in particular, I think about it now and I'm like, what was my mom doing?
I lived.
Why was I there?
So think, this was one of my childhood homes. Think of the South Bend Motor Speedway. Okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would ride my bike two distances. One was all the way to Jaworski's, which is very far. Or we would ride our bike all the way to the gas station over off of Quince. Going towards New Carlisle.
Oh, I know what that is too. I didn't think I would know.
We would just have fun. We would just go.
Yeah.
That was the closest gas station, so we would ride our bikes. But now these days, you wouldn't do. You would me personally. Again, there's a way that we could take back roads and go through a neighborhood, and then again take back roads, and we could get to the back of a Dollar Tree. And every once in a while, we'll ride as a whole family just to get a popsicle or a little snack for the kids, and they are so excited that they rode their bike here. But that's absolutely not. You're never doing that alone.
No, for sure.
Even though we went through neighborhoods, even though one of those neighborhoods is a neighborhood we trick or treat in. No, I don't care. No. So it's crazy because it's it's so different now.
I didn't give any of this much thought, honestly, until obviously I had a kid, and then when we lived in Elkhart School District for Riverview Elementary, we only lived 2 blocks from the school. They expected her to walk to and from school every day from kindergarten.
Yeah. I did that growing up.
By herself, though?
Same.
No.
I did.
That's a completely unrealistic expectation.
You know where the general is?
No.
Mm-hmm.
You say this every
Howard
time.
Park.
Yeah. Howard Park.
The Howard Park Public House. I would walk from there to St. Joe Grade.
I don't know where that's at either.
McCree's Bakery.
I mean, I know where St. Joe High School
Jack's
is.
Donuts.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there. Okay.
I would walk there.
Yeah.
From kindergarten through 8th grade.
It's just, I don't know.
Just by myself, and then...
I would understand if, like, if we had, like, sidewalks in our neighborhood or something like that. But, like, she's literally walking on inner city streets.
But again, it's different now,
It's so
too.
crazy
Like
to
I
me.
said, you know, with phones, you can't also trust drivers. Like, yeah, back then, like, they would get distracted by putting in a CD or putting in a cassette player.
Yeah.
Now we're getting distracted with texting.
Social
Or
media,
social
scrolling.
checking social media while you're on the
Spotify.
phone, or changing your music, or you know what I mean. Like, you can get distracted by literally anything now.
Yeah.
So
I
many
mean,
more variables now.
for state testing, your smartwatch would not be allowed.
Well, that's another thing that
you have to
the
take
ban
off.
is your smartwatch.
Yeah.
Like, you can't have a smartwatch. You
Correct.
can't have a phone.
You can't have that
any
for
of it.
well, again, because of testing purposes.
Yeah, and that makes sense. The only thing, like I was saying before we started recording, like, my only concern about my kids not being able to have access to their phone is if something were to happen at the school, like a shooting or whatever, and my kid's hiding somewhere scared in a closet and they can't reach me.
Yeah, for sure.
That's literally the
That's why I
only
wish-
reason I care about it.
That's why I wish there was some sort of program, or Apple, or Samsung. Someone could come up with, if we can figure out how to put our phones on airplane mode, there should be a way to turn, like, maybe, like when you walk into a school.
I was literally just thinking
The
maybe they have some
sensor.
kind of
It
sensor.
disables
it just
them or
it
something.
turns it into
Yeah.
school mode, so then you can only use it in case of emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
and I
know?
think that, I mean,
And I do. I agree with you. Like, and the reason I never even thought about it before, and then I told you guys again before we started recording that, like, you always think, oh, it's not going to be my kid's school, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I didn't find out about half of the stuff that happened in my kid's school if it wouldn't have been for my kid having a phone.
I've witnessed
in
it
school.
in a school twice. When I was first started teaching that clown epidemic.
Oh, yeah.
They had the clowns come to our playground, and then I went to a different school, and we were outside, and 3 kids that were supposed to be in school,
Yeah, you
they
told
were
me
like high
about
school stage, flashed a
Yeah.
weapon at my kids, and I was like, I'm going in the line of battle.
Yeah,
Like,
I got
ran
this.
out there, and we got all the kids in. Everyone was safe, but I mean, yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to, because our world now, there's so many positives and there's so many negatives
yeah.
for the digital world, like that we're talking about, right? There's a positive that, I don't know about you guys, but printing out those MapQuests, I specifically remember printing out that MapQuest. I remember we went on a family vacation and I was reading those directions. I kid you not. It told me to turn right or turn left. We turned left. Turn right. Turned right. Turn right. Turned right. Turn right. Turned right. Turn right. And then it was like, now turn left. And I was like, wait, what? We just went into a circle
and then
we're back on the main road?
That's so
What do you mean, MapQuest?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was
I
me and
died.
Tyler.
We died laughing because we were like,
That's
did we?
so funny.
Did we really just?
And see, it
Do
would
that?
piss my mom off. We used to go on road trips as a kid all the time. Like, it would piss my mom and dad off so bad that my dad ended up buying like a GPS that used real satellite.
Yeah, we
like
had one of
he
those.
used to tell me, he's like, type in negative 43 degree, and I'm like, where are we going?
Yeah.
And it'd be like Walmart in Toledo.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
And my mom would use an atlas.
Same.
My mom would whip out this.
Oh my god.
This
My
side
dad
says
did the same.
Atlas
Not
with the
me.
picture of the Grand Canyon on
Can't
the front
be
of it.
me.
Yeah.
I literally can remember it. White letters, Atlas, Grand Canyon on the front, and my mom would like pull it on.
No.
Yeah.
See?
That's how my dad
like,
was.
oh
My
my
dad
was like that.
My
Like
dad
Little
always.
Christopher Columbus sitting up
My
there.
dad
in the
always
van.
had the atlas, and I would read it because I learned how to read a map very quickly. And then my grandma, she bought all of us grandkids when we first got our license. She bought us the GPS.
Oh.
And yeah,
Little
just like you.
Tom-Toms.
My favorite was when
what
you
we had.
plugged
We're the
it
Garmin.
in.
Yeah, we do
We
too.
still have. I
Yeah,
still have.
my
mine.
dad still has
I
his
think we
Garmin.
But
finally got rid of ours.
it doesn't update, so it's
No
so
good.
wrong.
Yeah.
Like it'll be like,
Wait.
you are driving on dirt. No, I'm not.
This is
Driving on the
this
new
is how long
bypass.
this is how long Tyler and I've been together. we went to Chicago. We were very young, using MapQuest, and we had like, as people that lived together, we had a Garmin that you had to pay to update the maps.
Yeah.
Like hold on. We started dating it 24 years ago almost. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
That's
So
just
that's
a
what I'm
long
saying.
time, but
So
yeah.
like now you have your
Yes.
cell phones.
Ease
Now
of
you have
transportation.
so much
Amazing.
GPS on your some of us have it on our cars. Like it's so worth it. But
But
also I
You
hate
lose the
yes,
skill.
Yes. You lose that skill.
How many people
And-
can't even tell you north, south, east, and west?
Oh, I
No,
can't.
not-
I've never been able to.
Yeah,
do
not
that.
just that. I don't really care about that. I don't get mad at people, but I get frustrated when people are like, "Where? I don't know that landmark. I don't know the landmark." It's like,
Do you pay attention at all?
do you use your GPS for everything? Like, how do you not know how to get from here to Meyer and find the fastest route? You don't need a GPS or something like that. And I know people.
Now I do sometimes try and find the fastest route.
No, I know.
Not every time.
But here's my thing. I know people that will map things to their house and it's like, you take that route every single day. What are you doing mapping that?
Mhm.
Stop it.
Maybe it's anxiety. Maybe they just need to see it. Maybe they just need to see
It is.
that the number. I feel attacked
But-
right now.
but again, then that's my problem. You wouldn't know about that and you wouldn't have that anxiety if you didn't have that. What, you were going to print it out from MapQuest every single time? No, I don't think so. You would have figured it out.
Actually, I may have printed it out on MapQuest every single time.
Yeah, no, that's stupid.
I'm sorry.
So,
it just
like,
makes my
Cohen
brain
is
happy.
starting to drive, and he's been driving more to different places. So he drove for the first time the other day to pick up his girlfriend from her house.
Oh my god.
And Tyler's with him. I wasn't there, but Tyler was with him, and he's like, well, you're coming up to, like, Dragoon and whatever, this Bremen Highway. And he was like, do I turn here? Do I turn right? He's like, Cohen, we go this way all the time.
Yeah.
You go straight. He's like, I told you to pay attention when I'm driving. But he doesn't. He just...
My 7-year-old can be like, Mom, can I tell you where to go? I'm like,
Mhm.
sure. Mom,
Charles will do
keep
it.
going straight. At that stop sign, turn right. I'm like, I love this. You don't even need the map. I love this so much.
I think people are willing to argue a lot of the time too that technology has like stopped people from spending time outdoors and stuff like that. I would argue opposite though, because I think that technology has opened people's eyes to a lot of places that they didn't know existed. In turn, make them travel there.
I think it's give and take.
I think for those type of people,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
So like me, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Like I have a log of the places I want to go because of what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I do think there are children mostly that they don't want to go outside.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as laying in the ground and making shapes of clouds. There's
For Charles making a sand angel last weekend.
but like that's what I'm saying. Like you there's a lot of kids that don't do that anymore.
No.
Again, it depends on the parent.
Yeah.
Right? Like my kids asked for a tree house.
Mm-hmm.
We had kids who have seen our tree house and was like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
How do you not know what this is?
What do you mean? What is that? And then we're like, the kids are like, "It's a tree house," and they got into it and they're talking to like people around, and they're like, "This is my telescope," and we took like a bike wheel, and they're like, "This is my steering wheel." Like they were creating things,
Yeah.
you know, and
They're using their brain.
then there's just other kids who are like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they just
There's no.
So
there's
my
no
kids-
imagination, and like they'll come. I don't know. I just feel bad because it's like I have seen it
You're missing out on that.
where they don't know how to imaginative play.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They just want to play on their tablet.
Yeah.
They just want to watch TV. They just want to do this, and it's like, get out there. Here, I'll give you a ball. Make up some sort of stupid game with it. Like
Yeah.
that's how we used to do it.
Yeah.
My kids, I mean, obviously my kids are older than yours. And so it's weird because, like, even when they were little, there wasn't as much technology. Now, they did have technology.
Yeah.
And they did, when they were little, they did have tablets. But they were much more prone to go out and play. Like, my kids were so tan during the summer. Like, we used to call them little bronze gods because they would get in the bathtub. And, like, especially Cohen, you would see, like,
That
when he took off all of his clothes, like, he
The
just
lightning-
was white.
oh, yeah. Lightning
the
bug
copper tone
White.
baby.
Yeah, I was like, good lord.
We,
And
in
their
my
hair was
family, we
streaked
call them
blonde.
lightning bug butts.
But,
See,
yeah.
you just said copper tone baby.
But then, you know, as they got older, they got phones, and so they don't go out as much. Now, Emmeline, I will say, she does go out more than Cohen does, but he does spend a lot of time doing art stuff. Like, he plays guitar, he draws and animates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I won't say that's
Maybe
what he
more
always
of,
does,
like,
but
an intellectual rather than a creative type person.
he's
But I feel like he
he's creative.
is,
He is very
yeah.
creative. He's just not an outdoor guy.
Yeah.
He's not an outside kid, and that's whatever.
And see,
I
I
guess.
noticed
But
that-
Emma, she likes being outside.
But again, there's that like creative side in that he
doesn't need
he's
to
still like imaginative,
Yeah,
using
yeah,
that
yeah.
creative ability.
and he's 17.
where
so
there's
it's-
some kids
yeah.
that just
Well,
they're not.
yeah.
not at all.
And see, I struggle with Charles sometimes because, like, he loves playing outside. Like, you guys have both seen him. He's
Him and
fat.
mine.
Yeah, yes. I mean, obviously, our kids are like go, go, go all the time when they're together. But, like, he is a different child if he has had access to a tablet.
Yes.
And that's something that his dad and I talk about a lot because we'll notice, like, if he's been spending time with his dad and then he's been spending time with me, and he'll just be irritable.
Yeah.
He'll be more cranky. Short-tempered. Yeah, short-fused, short-tempered, irritable, kind of like all around. And I'll be like, what the heck is going on? Well, then come to find out, CJ had let him play video games earlier in the day, or he's been watching Amazon Prime for the past 3 hours. And I'm just like...
I don't know about you, but my kids also, yes, they do that, but then also they have a harder time to go to sleep or take a nap, like
100%.
especially Gordon, 3 years old,
100%.
because you haven't burned any of that energy off.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're cooped up, they're inside, they
They're
may be
restless.
watching the
Yeah.
cartoons or watching a tablet, and then it's like,
What am I supposed to do now?
yeah, what do
Yeah.
you mean go to sleep? I
Yeah.
can't turn my brain off like that.
Exactly.
And it's,
We compromised with Charles because Charles did say, he was like, I like having the TV on. And I was like, well, you watch it and you stay awake. And he's like, but I think it's the white noise of it. You know, like, he likes it. So we compromised because he likes having something to look at. But we just have one of the, like, YouTube thunderstorm type things to where it shows like a random picture of like a beach with waves coming in or like something like that. So he has something to
you
watch.
should get the nightlight that's like the projector or something.
We were
though.
literally just
Grant is
talking about this.
obsessed with his.
Did you get it on
loves
Amazon? Where'd you
Yeah,
get it?
Amazon.
Send me the link if you think about it because we were literally just
Grant's
talking
is
about it.
space because he's a space
That's
nerd.
the one that we saw.
So-
It's like a little astronaut,
Yeah.
and the face like projects
Yeah.
that, and I was like, we
And
should get
it'll
this for
change
him.
too. So you can either keep it on solid or you can change it. So sometimes it'll be like stars, and then it'll go to like the sun, and then like the
Yeah.
Milky Way, and then like changes colors. But it's enough for Grant,
Yeah.
and he has a sound machine.
Yeah.
But like it's enough for Grant with the sound machine and with the nightlight.
Right.
Like that's
And I believe him when he says it because he's always been like this. Like, even when he was an infant, he would be fully fed, fully happy, not gassy, and he would just, like, sit there.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't go to sleep. If I sang to him or put on
Yeah.
something for literally, I'm literally saying, like, 15 seconds, he would go from, like, totally awake and attentive to just completely knocked.
Yeah.
So, whatever it is, but... I don't know. I do. So we try and keep the tablet away as much as possible unless it's, like... a road trip or he's done really, really, really good at school all week and
Yeah.
then he has time for it because and it's not fair to him.
my kids
That's
get
the thing. Like, we're the ones that give it to him knowing
Yeah.
that he's going to turn into a little turd and then get in trouble for it on top
Yeah.
of it. So, like,
We
I
limit-
feel like a jerk.
we limit TV/tablet time to after dinner, so it has to be after 7:30, depending on when, and then they get their tablet or their TV, and then it's turn off, and now we're starting to wind down and get ready for bed and everything like that. So that's when they get it, and then same thing like first thing in the morning. Okay, first thing in the morning, I get it. Sometimes, I mean, I'm guilty of it. I go and look at my text messages if I missed anything, or go on social media or anything like that first thing in the morning. So the kids get their cartoons in the morning or whatever, and then, okay, turn it off. Now we need to start getting breakfast, brush your teeth, like all the things.
And that's starting to be, we do that, and it's starting to become a problem because he's not, I'll be like, okay, we're going to turn it off. And whereas before I'd be like, Charles, turn the TV off, go get dressed, I'll meet you out here. Yeah. No, not even. Oh. He'll be like, okay. And then I'll walk away. And I don't know if he's intentionally not doing it or if he gets sucked back into what he's doing. And I'll walk back out there 10 minutes later expecting wholeheartedly to not see him there because he's never disobedient like that. Like, I can literally maybe count on one hand how many times I've looked at him and been like, do this. And he said no. Yeah. And he's 5. You know what I mean? So that's not too bad. Yeah. But, I don't know. It's just, I have my pros and my cons.
It's definitely... For sure. It's definitely... I think it's, again, it helps. Everything, I think all of the technology that we're doing helps, but I also think
when it's utilized properly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also on that bandwagon of all the data centers are hurting our world. So.
Yeah. Are you? Yeah. A lot of people
need to conserve all the water.
Well, I feel like being built in places they maybe shouldn't be built.
Correct, yeah. So there's just, But again, like in the teaching aspect, I think there is a lot of good from it. Yeah, absolutely. I think there's definitely room for improvement in how it's being used and how often it's being used.
Well, I think the thing is that technology... I think
there's always been technology. Well, and I think a lot of people hone in on bad, too.
They do.
Of course.
Well, and it's just...
But it's so, like,
the progression of technology...
How fast?
Since I was a kid. Like, I'm older than you guys. Not a lot, but there was no cell phones.
Yeah.
Then my mom got one when I was, I don't know, 11 or 12. Maybe. Mm-hmm. But she didn't really use it. She just used it if needed. We had a home phone. You know, and we had a home computer because my dad has always been a real big computer nerd. So even when most people I knew didn't have a computer, we did because that's just whatever. So, but if I think about my family computer when I was a teenager and what that's come to now, it's so fast. Yeah, it's so fast that we can't keep up with making
parameters.
Sure. Yeah, the parameters.
Oh, yeah. I remember our first computer and the way it printed out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it was those, like, the paper that you had to, like, rip off the perforated sides off of.
Yes, yep.
Like, I hated waiting for it for so long, and then the ink was so expensive back then. So
it's so expensive.
Sometimes for typing out school assignments, I used our typewriter.
Okay, I'm so glad that you...
And I was the only one that ever used it, and then... my teachers would always get so mad at me because you'd have a line right here and then one word, and then you'd have the next line, and it was like, well, I messed up, okay, so I didn't go over quick enough or something like that.
No.
Or again, we would just be out of ink because the printer costed so much for the ink, and I hated ripping off those perforated sides. Like,
no. We had an electric keyboard, and my mom she's still alive. My mom is an author. So if I never hear another keyboard
like that
in my life, I will be, it was the fine, that's key clacking. But like, you know how you have to push the other ones and it makes the little doop? That's totally fine. Cute little noise. Endearing, some would even say, right? Not the electric one.
It's different. I think we had one.
The entire, I was like,
why?
And to hear it, and my mom is super talented, so like she's just page after page, just on fire, and for hours. Never again. Never again.
Yikes!
It's so bad.
Well, we would love to have your opinion on whether or not you think it helps or hinders. Leave it down in the confessions, or you can leave it in a comment, whatever. We'd like to hear it. Otherwise, does someone have a confession to share?
I accidentally stole some produce the other day at the store.
What?
How do you accidentally steal produce?
That's what I'm kind of saying.
So, when I go grocery shopping,
Mm-hmm.
I shop at Meijer.
Mhm.
I do the shop and scan.
Ah.
I have
Yeah.
the bags, like
Mhm.
the reusable bags that I use, so it's just quick
The
and
blue
easy,
ones?
right? Well, I had taken my produce. What I usually do is I put the produce in the front seat, and then I go to the thing, weigh it, print out the little label, stick it on there, and then I scan it. But I forgot to scan it, and I left it in the seat, and so I accidentally stole some produce from
How
Meijer.
much is some produce? Actually?
It was an onion,
60 cents.
3 bell peppers.
Jesus.
$2.47.
That might have been it,
Oh,
but still.
okay.
$3.
From a
I'm
box
just
store, so I mean,
Yeah, it's true.
Ridiculous.
Whatever.
They literally
Still,
lose that much
don't
produce.
steal.
Don't
unloading
steal.
it.
It's not. It was accidental.
Well, I love it. I love your confession. Otherwise,
Thanks
we
for being
will-
honest.
Yeah, we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.